Hello, welcome to the Wolf's Lair. This is Fenris, showcasing painted Axis and Allies pieces. Today we are looking at the UK forces. One of the carrier ships has a hole in the flight deck. This is due to me being a bit too enthusiastic with the drill. I added the tiny magnets after the units were painted, as I only thought about doing this after the paint job was already done. If you plan on doing this yourself, you should consider drilling first, and then paint. I got the magnets from a site that is called macromagnets.com, 430 to tiny 2.5mm magnets for just $25 US. A very fair price indeed. If you do a quick search on YouTube, you can find a lot of videos on World War II. Most of the stuff are documentary that have been shown on TV, which is all fine and dandy. However, there is one channel I really would like to recommend, namely Military History Visualized. This guy does very thorough research. He presents the topics in a very clear and orderly fashion, and that Austrian accent only adds a very fitting ambience. I have put a link in the description box. You will not waste your time checking it out. And while we are on the topic of finding out things after the fact, I now wish I had painted the UK naval units in a different color scheme. The typical blue camouflage is okay, but a bit standard. UK did some really artistic and unconventional paint job during the war. Dazzle camouflage was a family of ship camouflage used extensively in World War I, and to lesser extent in World War II and afterwards. It consisted of complex patterns of geometric shapes in contrasting colors, interrupting and intersecting each other. Unlike other forms of camouflage, the intention of dazzle is not to conceal, but to make it difficult to estimate a target's range, speed, and heading. In terms of art history and artistic schools, it can really remind one of Cubism. I added a few tank models to the UK and US forces. The aim was to get a bit more variation in the units used. They are from the historical board gaming website. Even more variation can be achieved by mixing all the different nations' units before painting them. The nation's color scheme, markers, and decal will provide a coherent enough look as not to be, well, dazzled.